Reality isn't what it seems. Beneath everything you know is a universe far more disturbing than fiction. Time doesn't work how we think. Matter is mostly empty. And the truth about your very existence might be scarier than any horror story. If you think you know how the world works, get ready to have your mind shattered. And hey, if you're into hidden truths and shocking facts about existence, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There's more where this came from. Fact 1. The present doesn't exist. You're living in the past, literally, neuroscience shows. It takes your brain about 80 milliseconds to process what you see. That means everything you perceive has already happened. But that's just the beginning. In physics, time isn't a flowing river. It's a dimension like space. The present is an illusion. There is no exact moment we can point to and say, this is now. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. Imagine a DVD. The entire movie is already on the disc, but you only experience it scene by scene. That's how space-time works. Your life is already mapped out, and you're just experiencing it frame by frame. Free will. That might just be a comforting illusion. If the present doesn't truly exist, then neither does the self you think lives in it. Consciousness might just be the illusion of continuity, stitched together by memories. In this sense, you are a ghost living inside your own brain, reacting to a world that has already changed by the time you notice it. Fact 2. You're made of nothing. You're not solid. In fact, you're almost entirely empty. Atoms make up everything you see, and yet they are 99.999% empty space. The nucleus is like a grain of rice in a stadium. The rest? Nothing. Your body is a ghost held together by energy fields and probability. Quantum mechanics reveals that particles don't even have defined positions until observed. So technically, your atoms are not really there. Until someone measures them, you exist as a cloud of possibilities and only become real under observation. This means your solid form is an illusion maintained by forces, not matter. You're a walking mirage of quantum fields. The chair you sit on, the wall behind you. Illusions stacked on illusions. The universe is more nothing than something. Fact 3. You might be the only conscious being in the universe. Solipsism is the philosophical idea that only your mind is sure to exist. Everything else, people, sounds, even the universe, could be a projection of your own consciousness. There's no way to truly prove that anyone else is real. Even stranger. Quantum experiments show particles behave differently when observed. Is reality responding to you? Are you the observer the universe needs to exist? It's not just metaphysical rambling. It's a real question in quantum mechanics. If consciousness creates reality, and yours is the only one you can confirm, then you may be the universe. Everyone else might just be simulations filling in the gaps. Alone in a cosmic dream you can never wake up from. Fact 4. Time may be an illusion. Time feels real, but it may not actually exist. In the quantum world, there's no universal clock ticking away. Events don't happen in a single, ordered line. Instead, time might be a human-made construct to make sense of chaos. The laws of physics don't require time to run forward. In fact, many equations are time-symmetric. They work the same going forward or backward. The arrow of time may be an illusion caused by entropy, the tendency of things to move toward disorder. Without time, cause and effect become fuzzy. Future events could, in theory, influence the past. Time isn't a river. It might be more like a frozen block. Past, present, and future are all equally real, existing all at once. Fact 5. Your identity is an illusion. You change every second. Cells die and regenerate. Thoughts evolve. Memories fade. There's no stable you. The person you were yesterday doesn't exist anymore. Identity is just a convenient story the brain tells to feel consistent. Split brain studies show that when the two hemispheres are disconnected, They form separate consciousnesses in one head. So which one is you? If identity can be split, it might be more like software than soul. Everything that makes you, your voice, your memories, your personality can be altered. Drugs, trauma, disease, or even time can rewrite it. You're not a fixed being. You're a process. A story in motion. Mind blown yet. If you're still watching and loving these strange truths about reality, it's time to subscribe. Hit that button and join the growing community of curious minds digging into the weirdest corners of existence. Fact 6. Reality might be a simulation. Are you real or just a line of code? Some physicists and tech leaders believe our universe could be a simulation. Why? Because at the quantum level, reality is pixelated. Space and time seem to have minimum units, like a computer's resolution. Add to that the mathematical structure of physical laws, and you get something eerily similar to computer code. Even more disturbing, simulations within simulations could exist, just like video games on computers. If a civilization advanced enough to simulate reality, they might run millions of them. Statistically, the chance where the original real world becomes almost zero. Glitches in reality, déjà vu, unsolved mysteries in physics. They might all be symptoms of imperfect code. If you're in a simulation, your life is programmed. And if it's programmed, then someone or something is watching. Fact 7. Your brain hallucinates reality. Your brain doesn't see the world. It interprets signals. What you call reality is a guess created inside your skull. The light never touches your brain. Sound doesn't either. Everything is decoded and reconstructed into a personal hallucination. Studies show people's brains literally fill in gaps. Your vision has blind spots, but you don't see black dots. Your brain invents details to keep the illusion stable. What you're seeing right now might not exist at all. It's your brain's best guess. When perception is a simulation, truth becomes subjective. You might be hallucinating your entire life, just well enough to function. Reality isn't what's out there. It's what your brain convinces you is out there. Fact 8. Consciousness has no known origin. Science can't explain why you're conscious. The brain processes data, but how does that turn into experience? Why does red feel red? Why does pain hurt? These are called the hard problems of consciousness, and no one has solved them. Some theories say consciousness is an emergent illusion. Others argue it's fundamental to the universe, like time or gravity. There's even the bizarre idea that everything, rocks, atoms, space, has a sliver of consciousness called panpsychism. Until we understand where experience comes from, we can't know what it is to truly be human. Are we just complex machines pretending to be aware? Or is there something more? Something science can't measure. Fact 9. There may be infinite versions of you. The multiverse isn't just sci-fi. Some versions of quantum physics suggest every decision you make splits the universe. In one, you turned left. In another, right. That means infinite versions of you exist, living wildly different lives. Right now, a version of you might be a millionaire. Another version died years ago. Another is an astronaut. Each one as real as this, but they'll never meet. Your mind can't access them, and you'll never know what you lost or gained. If this is true, identity becomes meaningless. You're not one person. You're an infinite swarm of possibilities. This you is just one flicker in an endless cosmic kaleidoscope. Fact 10. The universe may not be real at all. Some physicists and philosophers suggest the universe is not real in the way we think. It might be pure math. Not built from matter, but from relationships between things, information, not objects. This would mean the universe is more like a video game's code than a physical object. Everything we experience is just the result of underlying equations being run by something. We don't live in a place. We live in a pattern. If true, this redefines everything. life, death, existence. It's all part of a grand mathematical structure that doesn't exist in space, because space itself is one of the calculations. Reality is far stranger and scarier than we ever imagined. Maybe we'll never understand it fully. Maybe we're not meant to, but the more we uncover, the more we realize how much we don't know. If this video shattered your view of the world, drop a like and share it with someone brave enough to handle the truth. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. There's so much more to reveal. Stay curious, stay questioning, and stay awake.